Hey all, it's Blendverse. I know it's been a while since we haven't, communicated in this channel, nor did I upload a video for a while, but here it is, as teased from Hiya and Walking Dead. This is the Walking Dead Dead City Walker King Exquisite mini figure. So this is my very first Exquisite mini series figure from Hiya, and I'm gonna say it's really small, but the detail's actually quite amazing at the same time. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight to the review. Alright, so here we took out whatever's inside a box over here. So there's this two different thing that I didn't take out inside over there, which is the shape of the letter or alphabet I. I'm not so sure what that's used for, but we got the base over here. We have the figure itself, which is just, it's amazing. It's exquisite, just as its name, its series name, Exquisite Mini. Pretty cool. By the way, the base, from what I know and from what I researched based on the Walking Dead series from Hiya figures, they have four different type of base that randomly comes with each figure. So this is the one I got. Not so sure with the other ones, but the one that I got involves a skull with the X on its head, which is actually rubbery, not that hard material. You see some, I don't know, extra pieces of, not so sure if that's a bullet over there. We got some, that's a feet, I assume. We of course got a rib cage, some more textured stuff. The only thing that I wish that this base had is the another piece of peg over here, because especially this Walker King over here, there's another whole chunk of body or like a piece of waist and legs that's attached behind based on its original design. So it kind of loses balance over time, trying to fall backwards. And just using one peg to keep it on its place just doesn't really work that properly. So I wish maybe they had the another piece of peg somewhere on the other side of the base. So that would have been better in my opinion. But you know, I'm just gonna say this to you right now, since this is my first Exquisite mini figure from Hiya, and the only Hiya figure that I currently own is the 1991 Goji that I reviewed a couple weeks ago or something. I'm definitely amazed by how detailed this is, and I'm also surprised regarding its articulation. It's amazing, it's peak, and a bit of spoiler if you haven't watched the Walking Dead, this series over here right now, where this guy appears. So want to skip it? Skip about like 30 seconds or so. So I'm gonna start it right now. So this guy appears in the scene with the female survivor, which I forgot the name of because I didn't really watch it properly. But I just wanted to do a bit of research with this guy. This guy, its screen time is really short, but even though the screen time, regarding the short screen time, the impact that this guy had was quite phenomenal in my opinion. Pretty disgusting, amazing. See how many arms it has. I can already see 7 of them. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's more than Doppelganger Spider-Man if you know the design of it, which has 6 arms from what I remember. And yeah, there's also a 6-arm Spider-Man, so this has one extra arm at the stomach area than that guy over there. So I don't know. I like the design. The paint app, really cool. So if we get into the detail, you can actually see there is a, if my camera would let this, come on. I hate my phone most of the time. Here it is. There you go. So you see the nose, you actually see the pupil. Like there's like a hole at the pupil section, which is really impressive. And at the bottom of the mouth, that is actually a teeth, which is not painted white, but pretty cool. Same goes with the another body at the back over here. The pupil, black pupil, nose, the teeth, the detail is quite amazing. Because this thing only stands about 4.5 inch, somewhere around there. I'll have to see again, but really, it's not that big at all compared to Marvel Legends or anything like 6-inch scaled figures or 7-inch NECA Ultimate figures. This is relatively much way smaller than those figures. I was kind of disappointed with its size because this is my first time getting the Exquisite Mini again, as I already previously mentioned. but still regarding the size, even with the size, this thing is just amazing. So yeah, I'm not a type of person to collect small figures, but this completely changed my mind. Yeah, you get the scars, the flesh, the ripped clothing, the ribcage at the midsection of the torso over here, and that is actually another piece of jaw that pops out from the ribcage on its left side of the figure. Um, so yeah, I mean, if you watch the series where this guy appears, you will know why. Pretty cool and disgusting. The gene is really nicely done too. Not so sure mine has why mine has a green paint mistake over here, which is not even needed in this figure somehow. But I'm just gonna let it be. It's a small figure, so it's really nicely done. The section at the top of the gene over here on the waist area is made out of soft rubbery material, so that is pretty cool. It's not rubbery at the backside of the pants over here. Everything's in solid plastic piece, and the general detail, the blood and everything, the flesh, really cool. The hair is definitely a rubbery piece of material. You can kind of squeeze it, as you can see, and I'm definitely amazed with the sculpting on this thing. It says Hiya, 2024. Pretty cool. It's just absolutely amazing, and the sculpting's amazing for its size. But the articulation has completely blown my mind. Since it is a small figure, want to be careful with it, so don't mind me. Don't mind too much about it, please. I don't want to break it. So both head is actually is attached to the body with double jointed ball peg. So you can do that. There's quite a lot of range of motion for a small figure. It's smaller than my fingernail, by the way. And it can move up and down, side to side, of course, side to side rotation. All the arms has almost same articulation. So it can go up and down. Of course, it has a peg. It's kind of stiff, and I don't want to break it. It works for all the arms over here. And single jointed elbow, which is pretty cool. This section has ball jointed wrist. Of course, you can do swiveling things. This main guy has a a ball jointed hand as well. This section has a ball jointed hand. But these two over here, it only has a swivel. Not so sure why. And this one's stiff, so I'm not risking breaking it. So, but it only has a swivel on the bottom two on the left side over here. Yeah, and the top of the torso, it moves side to side, but it does a crunch a little bit, just any tiny bit. It doesn't have a pivot, not that much. But the waist section, holy crap, it's made out of a ball joint, can do pivot, up and down, side to side swivel, everything. A little bit loose on my side, but still really cool. And since the aforementioned, this section of the gene over here is made out of soft material, you can move it up. But I'm a type of guy to be careful when it comes to stretchy material for the pants section. I know it has it get advantage that you can stretch the leg more forward than usual. I mean, if this piece was made out of chunky, hard plastic material, it would have not able to move or stretch the leg forward this much. Should be around here if it was made out of solid plastic. But at the same time, it's gonna stretch and stress the plastic. So, the whole section over here might, get stretched over time if you keep it in a certain position. I don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to keep it still. The double jointed leg is quite amazing. Holy crap, look at that. That is amazing. It really is. Like, it's completely blowing my mind away. By the way, the thigh can swivel. It can move side to side, of course. The leg can swivel. No, it cannot swivel side to side. It has backwards motion over here. It has a pivot. Holy crap. I mean, for its size, that's amazing. Same articulation for the back side of the leg over here. Side to side swivel, up and down, side to side motion, double jointed knee. Amazing. But this feet only swivels side to side for both side of this figure. The leg section over here. So that's pretty cool. And that is pretty much it for the articulation. But still, for a really small figure compared to my hand, because my hand is somewhat big compared to the average size, actually, but it's much. You can cover it with your hand. That's how small it is. It just sits on your palm. Um, so you might get the kind of idea of how small this guy is actually in real life. So, but for its size, again, really amazing, completely blew my mind away. And if you're the type of person who loves zombie and things, and if you're the type of person who has been hesitating to collect any type of small figures, just like myself, because I've been hesitating to get small figures for years, because I'm just not a big fan of them. I always thought they lack in articulation. They're too small for my taste because I'm a type of person to love big, like kaiju figures when it comes to soft vinyl or hard plastic figures, no matter what the material is. Hiya completely changed my mind. And I'm just gonna tell you, this is really such an amazing minifigure. Really do recommend it. So yeah, do get it if you have any chance. Like I got this for about like 3 bucks, somewhere around there. 23, 25 bucks. If I convert it to USD where I live. For its price point and everything, this is so worth it in my opinion. Like top 10 or even top, I'm gonna consider to put this guy in top 5 list in when it comes to the figures that I've been collecting so far this year in 2025. This should be in top 5 list, I assume, which I plan to do at the end of the year after Christmas or something. And yeah, I'm just excited to see whoever's on top 10 in 2025 list so far. So yeah, here it is. Anyways, that was my review. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll come back with another review.
In Blendverse we trust, joy with every bust, action figures in a row, bringing smiles as they glow. Superheroes on the shelf, each one made with love, unboxing magic every week, happiness we always seek. Living in a toy land, Blendverse takes our hand, exploring every brand, action figures so grand.